Okay. So to follow up with what I was just talking about there, let's talk about the fact that Republicans are now laughing off the birthday note. Let's remember the chronology of all of this. Trump ran on the Epstein files are real and we're going to show them to you. Trump ran on we're going to bring people to justice based off of the client list. Trump won because of those, partially because of that. Trump then said that they're going to release the client list. Pam Bondi said she's going to release the client list. Kash Patel said he's going to release the client list. Dan Bongina said he's going to release the client list. And then it was a hoax, guys. You know, we did some research into the subject, and turns out this is all just a big Democrat hoax written by Joe Biden and Barack Obama and James Comey, apparently. Anyways. And then Rupert Murdoch's Wall Street Journal pulls a out of the fucking blue, straight out of left field move and says, hey, check this out. Here's this picture that was drawn, that was sent to Jeffrey Epstein for his 50th birthday that Ghislaine Maxwell had asked for from Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump said, I don't write pictures. I don't write pictures. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't write pictures. People then proved he does indeed write pictures. Then he said it doesn't exist. It's fake news. Turns out it does exist. This was given over to the subcommittee that's going over this stuff, right? Or the committee that's going over, oversight committee that's going over this. They see this. They say, wow, that's crazy. In fact, it's worse than the fucking picture that we saw before, because the first picture that we saw actually looked like it was a grown woman. This one looks like it's the body of a child that this is drawn around. And it's signed by Donald Trump. Then what did people say? They said, oh, no, that's not Donald Trump's signature, guys. That's not Donald Trump's signature. And then people came out and showed a bunch of Donald Trump signatures that look exactly like Donald Trump's signature in the birthday book. How far into this we get? How far into this shit do we get before fucking this shit is just brain breaking for everybody else? Because this has already broken my fucking brain, okay? Because now this oversight committee of Republicans are saying, Donald Trump said it's not real, so we're going to take him at his word. When in the history of the fucking presidency have we ever been in a place where the president of the United States was accused of something and every politician involved was like, we're just going to take his word at it? This is fucking insane that we live in this time. Like, Nixon didn't get away with this shit. George Bush Jr. didn't get away with this shit. Bill Clinton didn't get away with this shit. Fuck, even Barack Obama didn't get away with this shit. And here we fucking are. Joe Biden, on his way out the fucking door, was taking so much shit from the left that Kamala Harris lost the fucking presidency. It's fucking bananas, guys. So let's watch this video of these dipshits, and then we'll talk about the article. Oh, we gotta unmute it.
Clearly, the birthday note from President Trump is a fallacy. It's just not true, and that's a leftist talking point. It's horrible.
What would be your evidence for it not being true? It's just not true.
I wanted to get your reaction to the release of the Epstein estate documents.
I haven't looked at them. Yeah.
Are you concerned about President?
Dude, when you're asking a dude who's been accused of covering up sexual assault crimes, whether or not he thinks this dude sexually assaulted someone, that's how you know we live in fucking crazy land, guys. Fucking Chip Jordan's like, thank God they're not talking about my alleged crimes anymore.
Donald Trump.
The president says he did not sign it.
Oh my God, James Comer. Like, if there was a picture next to a definition in a dictionary for the words useful idiot, James Comer's ass would be right up in that motherfucker. Like I said, this is going to end in a very disappointing fashion. I'm going to get to that in a second, but we're going to talk about James Comer's part in that.
So I take the president at his word. I don't think the Oversight Committee is going to invest in looking up something 22 years ago. We're going to look.
So you're just going to take the president at his word?
You mean when all this shit happened? 22 years ago when the crimes were going on? We don't want to look into the period of time in which the crimes were happening, whether or not evidence exists from that time. What the fuck time are we looking at?
Word that this is not it.
What does it have to do with anything?
What does it have to do with anything, he says. Okay. So Republican lawmakers have no interest in probing a sexually suggestive letter President Donald Trump wrote to Jeffrey Epstein. Kentucky Rep. James Comer, chairman of the Oversight Committee, handed Trump a massive win in the Epstein saga on Tuesday by waving off a greeting written by the president for the notorious sex offender's 50th birthday. The president says he did not sign it. I don't think we're going to look into it. CNN's chief congressional correspondent, Manju Rashu, asked if he had probed the issue. We just saw that. On Monday, Democrats on the Oversight Committee published all 238 pages of an infamous birthday book compiled for Epstein by his then-girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell. The third volume of the book contains a letter signed by Trump that concludes, "A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." The lengthy greeting was overlaid with a doodle showing the silhouette of a woman's body. I will correct that. It was not a woman's body. It was a child's body. The White House maintained that Trump did not write and did not sign the letter, with Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt offering to welcome a handwriting expert to back up its denial, which would be really bad for them because it turns out that there are literal copies of Donald Trump's signature that look exactly, and I do mean fucking exactly, like that one. Like, they would be better off claiming that this shit was a copy or a forgery or a trace of his signature. What they should not be doing is saying that ain't his signature, because that is 100% 10 toes down, definitely his fucking signature. Conservatives quickly fell in line and echoed the administration's talking points. We saw what Jim Jordan did. Here's the picture right here. That's fucking gross. That's gross. There is no place in my life that you could ever show me that picture and me be like, oh, that came from like a normal person. If somebody came, one of my buddies came up to me and showed me that fucking picture. I was trying not to curse today. It's not working out well. That picture, I'd be like, bro, don't, like, what is that? Why do you have that? Why are you trying to show me this? Like, what the fuck, man? Why do we live in this stupid, like, fucking reality? Why this dumb timeline? Why? Trump previously dismissed the birthday greeting as a fake. I don't even know what they're talking about, he told reporters in July when the Wall Street Journal first reported on the letter. Now somebody could have written a letter and used my name, but that happened a lot. Shortly after, Democrats published birthday book on Monday, Comer accused him of cherry-picking documents and politicizing information. Cherry-picking documents. So you pulled the one out that had Donald Trump's name on it. I don't think that's called cherry-picking, James. Don't think that... The funny thing is they did show pictures of the other shit that was included in that book. And let's just say, it's not good, guys. It's bad. Like, this is the type of shit that you would actually not expect to happen, because you're like, bro, if somebody found that book, you would definitely be put on trial and found guilty of all of those crimes, because that is the most evidence that anybody really would need to ever convict you of that crime. But we live in a society where the crimes of the white collar go unpunished because people are too distracted trying to punish the crimes of the blue collar people that they live around. Like, all day long, Donald Trump can commit fraud in his investment ventures. He can use meme coins for corruption, But if I don't pay my taxes, you fucking get mad at me. Middle class, working class people get mad at me if I don't pay my taxes and think I should go to jail. Meanwhile, it's okay for Donald Trump to commit fraud and use meme coins to scam elderly people out of their retirement savings. Does anybody else not hear the fucking words that I'm coming out of my mouth and do not understand that this is not me versus you, this is us versus them? Does anybody else not understand that 2,000 years ago, Aristotle predicted this? That if you allow oligarchs to rise into authority, that they will take advantage of you. That all societies should be based off of what drives the optimal happiness for the people, not for the few. That's Aristotle. That's 2,000 years ago. This isn't fucking rocket science. They didn't have rockets, okay? I don't even think they could fly back then. Pretty sure. I don't know. Google that. Thank you for the $5. Thank you for the $5, Philip. I'm surprised Trump and his people didn't cry deep fake for the pictures. Exactly. Come on, man. That was a fucking softball. But they know, that's the thing, Philip, is they know. They know they don't need to even try anymore. They know they don't need to try, and that should make you fucking mad. If you are a Republican and you have realized now that Trump and the people around him have literally figured out that they don't even have to attempt to make the shit that they say make sense, you should be mad. They think you're stupid. They think you're a moron. They think you're sheep. It's not just me saying it anymore. It's them saying it now too, which means I'm going to say it more. At least when I say you're a moron, the reason I'm saying it is because I'm trying to tell you you're a moron. And I would love for you to be like, you know what, actually, I think some of the shit you said might be true. They're not saying it hoping that you wake up. They're saying you're a moron because they like it, because this is how they live their life. This is how they continue to get the things that they want, is by using you and your low intelligence. You'll literally live a life building robots so Elon Musk can have friends while smoking cigarettes outside of the factory, so that way you die before you're 60, so that way nobody has to pay you a pension. And you're like, you know who I'm mad at? That brown dude. I don't know. He looked like an immigrant to me. That trans person that makes up fucking 0.6% of the entire population. That's who you're mad at. What are we doing? Do you want to have a better life? Aristotle believed all constitutions should be built around what makes the optimal happiness for people. He didn't even believe that there shouldn't be wealthy people. He didn't even believe that there shouldn't be an upper class or an aristocracy. He just believed that if you wanted to have those things, that you still had to take care of the fucking middle class. That's not some kind of complex fucking plan. What we're going through right now is a stage of greed that has not been seen since the first Gilded Age. And there is history to show you that this is exactly what happened then. Donald Trump, at the beginning of all of this shit, said, you know, the greatest time in America was 1870 to 1900. Did you guys know that? 1870 to 1913. If Trump supporters understood how to look deeper into a question, all they had to do was Google what happened between 1870 and 1913, and you would have learned all about the Gilded Age. They know you won't ever look into anything they say ever, and they're counting on it, because now they're not even trying to make this any different. They're not trying to make it make sense. They're just like, fuck it, we don't even have to try anymore. Let's just tell these morons that it's fucking not real. Awesome. They don't even have to deep fake it anymore. Shortly after Democrats... Okay, sorry. It's shortly after Democrats published the birthday book on Monday, Comer accused them of cherry-picking documents and politicizing information, even though Epstein's estate handed over the document because of a subpoena signed by Comer himself. Maybe we'll end the stream early tonight. I don't know if I can do 3 hours of this shit. Like I said, I can work at McDonald's and get paid more. But Philip's actually, thank you, Philip, for the dinero tonight, my friend. President Trump is not accused of any wrongdoing, and Democrats are ignoring the new information the committee received today. Comer said the committee will pursue additional Epstein bank records based on this new information. Democrats must decide if their priority is justice for survivor or politics. They're not mutually exclusive. That's the issue here. Comer also told reporters that the committee was looking into ways to interview potential Epstein associates who were name-dropped by survivors at a meeting with lawmakers last week. Mr. President, the Epstein case is far from dead and is not a hoax. In fact, oversight Dems are just getting started in our investigation. We will fight like hell to get the truth and end the White House cover-up, Robert Garcia tweeted on September 9th. California Democrat Robert Garcia, a ranking member of the Oversight Committee, warned that the Epstein case is far from dead and is not a hoax. God damn it. Garcia, who Comer described as a drama queen, said an Oversight Committee team was poring over all documents handed over by the Epstein estate. In fact, Oversight Dems are just getting started in our investigation. Like, him calling Garcia a drama queen is akin to an abuser telling a woman to calm down. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And check out that video on the screen now.